was just looking around.
As Charles Woodson would say, Raiders. Yeah.
Raider Nation, welcome back to another episode of Raiders Coast to Coast. I'm your host, 401 Jeff, along with my co-host, Nate, LV Raider 10, who's just not breaking down this game, actually. He's actually going to be inside Allegiant Stadium on Monday night for this showdown with the Cowboys.
Yes, sir.
So, right away, Nate, I'm going to ask you a quick question here.
Okay.
How are you feeling knowing that you're going to be there right there in the building for Monday Night Football?
You know, I was talking about it today at work with one of my coworkers, and last night I said that the score was going to be something like pretty lopsided in the Cowboys' favor, but then we looked at the point spread for that is in favor of the Cowboys, and they're only favored by 3 points. So I'm thinking that it's going to be a lot closer game than what I initially thought. So that kind of gets me more excited to be attending the game because, you know, before yesterday's pod, I was just kind of thinking like, man, this is kind of like, it's cool that we're going, but like a little bit of a waste because I think we're going to get our asses kicked. But after like thinking more about it and looking forward to it, obviously I'm not going to be upset about going to a Raider game. That's obviously never going to happen. But just about the game in general, what I thought was going to happen, I think it's going to be closer than what I initially thought. So I'm a little more excited than I was going yesterday. So I think as it gets closer and closer to game time, the excitement's going to get higher and higher. So right now it's a little bit lower, but like I said, it's still only Thursday, so I'm looking forward to it definitely.
Well, how about you elaborate on how you even go into this game and what led up to you to get to go to this game Monday night? Because not everybody in the chat knows how you're pulling this off on Monday night. So go for it.
Yeah. Okay. So all the way back in August, I believe it was August.
I thought it was May.
May?
Thought it was May, wasn't it?
I honestly I don't even remember. It
whatever,
feels like
you were there, so you would know
that
better.
long ago. I think it was August, could have been May, whatever. Sometime during the summer. The Raiders summer kickoff in Bakersfield, California. I know a lot of people were there. We've seen a lot of cool people, met a lot of cool people that that do shows and stuff like that. Obviously, people that were just fans that wanted to attend a Raider event. So May 16th, Sacktown was there. He knows. So May 16th.
He's old though. He might not be right.
No, honestly, I was probably wrong.
I thought it was still. I thought it was in May, but
so there you go. May 16th, Bakersfield, California. Met a lot of cool people for the first time. It was really dope experience. So what I had to do was there was a bingo game. So essentially, the bingo game, you had to win bingo. Of course, everyone knows how to play bingo. I won bingo initially, which then got me to go to another game. Um, well, I guess that one doesn't really count because that was for money. But winning the bingo game got me to get a chance to play another game to win the grand prize, which was the Dallas Cowboys game against the Raiders. So that game, what we had to do was there was a little poker chip in the middle of a table, and what we had was like the little sticky like hands that you could get for like a quarter at a pizza place. And we had to like stick the little poker chip, and the person that the poker chip was closest to at the end of, I think it was like a minute. It took longer than a minute because the poker chip kept flying off the table. But
I've
after
seen
a
the video. It
minute,
was funny.
yeah, after a minute, it was supposed to be. Um, the person that was closest to the poker chip got the grand prize of the tickets to this game. So lucky enough, I won the game and I got tickets to go to this game. And yeah, I was really excited. Of course, obviously, I mean, free tickets to the most expensive game in the
I was gonna
NFL.
say that of all games to win, you win the free tickets for the most expensive game in the NFL this season. So, hey, congrats to you. I'm not gonna lie, I'm jealous. You know, you catching one hell of a game to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you're not gonna be alone there because there's gonna be a lot of Cowboys fans there. I have a
A
really
thousand
big.
percent.
There's gonna be a ton of Cowboys fans. It's their first time coming to Vegas since we've been there. Um, so I think it's going to be an influx of Cowboys fans this week. And I know Leo said that he's already seen events posted for
Mm-hmm.
Cowboy related fan events in Vegas. I'm sure 805's seen a bunch already posted all over the place over there. So that's the downside about being in a tourist destination, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's hit the chat up real quick before we get into the show here. We've got Raider Travis is
What
in
up,
the house.
Travis?
Jason Downs is here.
What up?
Daniel Berry's in the house. What's going on, man? Accelerate is here. On time, Jeff. Yeah, we were on time today. Sacktown Mike's in the house.
What up, Sacktown?
Eric Bell. What's up, Eric? How you
Eric
doing,
Bell.
fella? Accelerate. I'm sure you guys will have a great show tonight. But I think I'd rather watch the Jets game. No, I don't believe you. 805 reminding us how we could have had Henderson instead of Genty. Thank you. Let's see. What's good, man? How you doing? Let's see. Yeah, Nate won everything. I saw your gang tattoos, Jeff. Admit it, you're running with the Spanish Cobras. Yes, I am. Shh, don't tell no one. It was on stage more than the MC.
I did win a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
GMX is here. What's up, Gio? Rorschach's in the house.
What up, Rorschach?
That's everybody. So, with
Let's go Jets. We need that number one pick.
yeah, right. I'll tell you what, this game's already more exciting in the first 20 minutes than the other 3 games that I did live shows for were in the entirety of each game.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. So let's just kind of kick this off with the big picture here. Raiders versus Cowboys in Vegas. You know it's going to be rocking there for sure. You're going to the game. What do you expect in the atmosphere there to be like? Like, what's the vibe around this matchup, you feel?
As far as, Raiders fandom, obviously I think because the team is not doing so well, of course it is going to be a lot of Cowboys fans. But I still think that it's going to be a really good atmosphere. I think it's going to be very loud. Whether or not that's for the Raiders is yet to be seen. But I think there's going to be a really big showing of people just in general. I'm pretty sure it's almost sold out, if not sold out. And I think it's going to be a really fun game. I mean, Monday Night Football, you can't go wrong. People are going to be in Vegas all weekend long. And, that's a great way to cap off your weekend trip in Vegas is a Monday Night Football game. So I'm very excited. I think it's going to be an electric atmosphere, and yeah, I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was sold out or not. What you said the spread was what, 3?
3, I believe. Yeah,
I think that what was the over and under on that? I know we looked it up last night. I thought didn't I say I think the
it
over and
was
under
something
was like,
crazy like 50 points.
yeah, it was. It was something stupid. Let me see. Let me see if I can bring that up.
What
Yeah.
up, bueno?
Actually, the spread's 3.5.
3.5. There you
And
go.
yeah, and the over and under is 50.5.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
That's crazy. That's right, because I was looking at the overall spread for all the other games this weekend, and I think the biggest one was it was tonight's. I think tonight's spread was like
Was the largest,
12.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 12 or 13. It was some ridiculous number. So I mean the spread's 3.5. I mean, I can't see both of these teams pulling off 50.5. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, if they go with what I've been predicting, I say we score 30. I'm still sticking with our 30. And they get 21. I mean, yeah, I guess that would be the 50 points basically, but I still don't see it. What's up, yeah?
What up, man?
So, well, I guess with that being said, I guess we got to look at the injuries in this now too. So I do have. There it is. I do have the injuries right now for us and them. So the Cowboys injuries, they have Siobhan Ravel. He's out. He's questionable. Janaea Thomas is out. Dima Marvarian Overshawn, questionable. Logan Wilson, questionable. Donovan Wilson, questionable. I don't know who these other two guys are, but they're both questionable. The big ones for us, JPJ, he's
Oh,
out now for the
yeah.
rest of the season. He's on IR, so he's going to be done. Geno Smith is still carrying that questionable
Tag.
designation, so who
Yeah.
knows what's going to happen with him. And Dylan Parham, that's the other one to note. And Dylan Parham's only being mentioned because he is the starter at left guard. He has been all season for the most part. So that means you're getting to see something firsthand that none of us have seen, and that's going to be one of the rookies out there in Caleb Rogers, playing on the right side, I believe, is where they're putting him. I said right.
Yeah. That makes
Yeah.
sense because that was
Was that what it was, or was he going left side? And no, I think he's
Putnam?
going left guard, and Cap is going
Oh,
right.
Kappa.
Shit, I got the depth chart. Hang on. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So it's going to be left guard will be Caleb Rogers. Kappa will be right guard. So how excited are you to see the rookie get out there?
I'm a little skeptical because I know that he's unproven. Obviously, I'm gonna have I'm gonna be pulling for him. Like I want him to do well, of course. Yeah, my friend, just to build off what Leo is saying here. My friend gave me I don't want to say password, but like he let me know the statement to say to get on the in the Winfield Club, I think it's called.
Ooh.
Into that club at the end zone. So
The
that's
secret
where
handshake and the
whatever it is, he told me the statement how to get in there. So that's gonna be dope. That's gonna be hella dope. That's what I'm looking forward to for sure. I'm a little skeptical because obviously he's inexperienced, he's a rookie, and we don't know exactly how he's going to look. So, and on top of that, this offensive line has zero cohesion at this point now, especially with all of the injuries. So, it's going to be interesting. I guess I could say it's going to be definitely interesting to see how they come out and how they perform as a unit. But I'm looking forward to seeing how he performs, especially against live reps. An opponent on a Monday Night Football game where we are struggling. So if he looks in any part good, I fully expect him to be the starting whatever guard, pick a side for the foreseeable future because we're
Yeah.
gonna need it. We're gonna need it. So we're gonna need contributions from all of our draft picks, and if he can do it, then I'm totally cool with it.
Yeah, to answer your question, I haven't yet. But I'm gonna be starting really soon here because I mean our season at this point is kind of a wash. So yeah, I want to start looking at it. I actually want to start looking at centers too. I brought it up last night
Yeah.
on the connection about I wouldn't be surprised if we draft a bona fide you know center, not just one that played for 1 year at center and then we switched him to guard, which is what we
Yeah.
drafted him for in the first place.
I like Proctor, and then I don't know how to say his name from Miami, Fugoa or something like that. But yeah, he's from Miami.
Leo said the password is "we fucked up." See, Rorschach said I'm an ostrich who mystically puts my head in the sand when the Raiders play a football game. If they put Rodgers on the left, another way this coaching staff screws things up. Rodgers was a right tackle his last year in college. Switching him right tackle to left tackle is stupid. Yeah, let's see. At this point, I don't trust anything they do with this offensive line with this staff. I don't. It just seems like they're up for ruining guys, is what it seems like. I mean, how does Glaze regress so badly? How does JPJ go from being this, what we all felt as though was going to be a tremendous offensive lineman for us to where he's in competition with a guy that was the worst offensive guard in the league last year? How does somebody fall that far off the pedestal? I don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter what since we have a Senator. All right, Jack. What is this? The process. What's up, the process? I'm gonna tear sheet up and out there. Cap are gonna make me look bad. Laying to him.
Proctor versus
Jason,
Missouri.
go watch Proctor versus Missouri before you be liking him. Passwords all caps. Doesn't matter who we drafted O-line because Pete won't play them. No, probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leo, you're right too. Nobody trusts the process. Put in McGee's. Yeah, what is Jack Kenna got your phone tonight or your computer, Leo? What the fuck? So hang on, where was I here? So as far as what particular matchups are you most interested in seeing there on Monday night? Like, what do you think is going to be the best matchups for both us on offense and on defense?
As far as like what I'm interested in seeing, or as far as like where the Raiders could have a possible edge?
Where we could have an edge.
Where
Because
we
I've
could
got
have
an
an
idea,
edge?
but I want to see if we're on the same wavelength. Yeah.
Ooh, to me, it initially would be our run defense. I think our run defense is pretty decent, and we've done pretty good. So if that continues here against a team that's had
That's right.
success running the ball, I think that this game could be a little bit more competitive, I guess. So that's definitely on defense, but on offense, that's hard because I honestly don't really think there is a place where we have an edge. Yeah, I mean, I really don't think there is a place we have an edge. Maybe Brock Bowers against any of their linebackers, but when you brought up their what was it, their injury report, I totally forgot that they traded for Logan Wilson. And Logan Wilson is a good coverage linebacker as well. So maybe they stick Logan Wilson on Brock Bowers. Obviously, I'm going to still give Brock Bowers the edge no matter who it is like he's matched up against. But
Yeah.
Logan Wilson is still a very good coverage linebacker. So I honestly don't know offensively.
Because I was looking at more of like our wide receivers and tight ends versus the secondary. I mean, do we have an advantage over them? Um, I think in tight end we have an advantage
Yeah.
over their backers in their secondary. Wide receivers, I just haven't seen enough from these wide receivers. We've barely even seen them.
Right.
I mean, we've got 2 rookies and a guy that's been on the team on the roster for what, a week and a half, 2 weeks
Mm-hmm.
tops now. We've seen him in 1 game.
Yeah.
Actually 2 games. He did play that one with Jacoby before we traded Jacoby away. But he's still basically invisible. I know there's a certain person that Leo and I know that, are excited because he's on number 1 wide receiver, but he's number 1 by default. I mean, let's
Yeah.
face it. Our receivers suck, plain and simple. And how much faith do you have in Gino if he plays? I'm sure he's going to play. I can't imagine him not
Of
starting
course,
Monday night.
yeah. He's of course playing him. Yeah, no faith.
I
Honestly,
mean,
I have zero
I
faith.
yeah, and we both agree on that for sure. I have no faith in him whatsoever. I don't have faith in even Pickett starting over him.
Yeah.
And it's not even a question of ALC because he's still not even on the active roster right now. So he's still not even number 3 on the depth chart. So he's still not completely activated yet, supposedly. I don't know, but he's still carrying a questionable
Mm-hmm.
designation himself. What do you think about just us matching up against Javante, their running back? I mean, how much
Yeah.
are you worried about him?
A little bit. But it's not like we're not um unfamiliar with what Javonte Williams does well. He's a power back. He likes to run up the middle. He's pretty fast, but he's not like a speedster or anything. Javonte Williams played for the Broncos for 4 seasons, and he never really broke out. This is his first year that he actually was extremely successful. Like he has some success in Denver, but not a ton. So I'm not super concerned about that. Uh, Also considering that again we have had a pretty decent run defense so far this season. Um, yeah, exactly. Like Leo said, we are 5th best team in stopping the run. So that's not for nothing, I guess. That it is a stat. But to me, honestly, the biggest thing is definitely the receivers. In George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. That's what is concerning me.
What the hell is it? I guess the one thing I'm really extremely worried about is our patched up O line versus that Cowboys front.
Yep.
This game starts and ends there. I know Leo said Dallas doesn't have much of a pass rush. They don't need much of a pass. They don't need an edge rush in this
What
game,
up,
to be
SoCal?
honest with you. Their tackles alone could just totally fuck things up for us in the passing game. They're that much. I think they're going to overmatch. They're overmatched and overpower our offensive linemen. As much as I want to
I
see
agree.
Caleb have a great game, it's a tall task that he has to answer this week going up against those 2 tackles.
Mm-hmm.
So they better be giving a lot of help to him. But then you got to worry about the edge rushes after that.
Yep.
What's your take on how this line's going to do against those tackles?
No, I completely agree. That is exactly what I was looking for or looking out for. When this game was started to come up, especially at the trade deadline, when you hear Dallas traded for a guy like Quinnen Williams, who is arguably one of the most talented defensive tackles in the league. That's that, and then especially the time that they traded the trade deadline was a week before the Cowboys bye. So Quinnen Williams has 2 weeks to prepare to play the Raiders on a Monday, which is obviously late in the week. So he has a lot of extra time to learn the defense, to get himself situated with whatever he needs to be, comfortable with. And that to me doesn't spell, good for the Raiders. So That's exactly what I'm nervous for. And then Kenny Clark is obviously not a bad player as well. And then again, like I said, Logan Wilson, I completely forgot they traded for because Quentin Williams was such a big name. But Logan Wilson is no slouch either. Like he's a very good linebacker. So the fact that they have all of those guys on extra time, and a little bit more comfortability leading up to this game, I
Yeah.
think it's. I don't know if it's going to be good offensively again for the Raiders.
Sam, am I the only one hoping for a loss? Not just a loss, but a blowout. I'm so tired of this coach. I always want us to win, regardless of. I don't care if we haven't won one game and we're losing the number one draft pick if we win a game.
Yeah,
I don't want us to lose a game. I want
agreed.
us to win regardless. So I mean, yeah, I think you are alone in that. I mean, I'm sure there's some that are thinking it but won't say it that they want us to lose. I mean,
Hmm.
secretly, I think a lot of Raider fans want us to lose out so we get the best possible draft pick, and
Yeah,
they would draft a quarterback that's not going to be the answer, and we're going to waste another first round pick. So
unless Julian Saint comes out, I don't think any quarterback is the answer.
no. I like I said, I've said it already that I don't think our future quarterback is in this next draft. I just don't think it is. I just don't feel it. Rorschach, if next season goes like this season, I'm finally going to admit that we are cursed. I never expected or believed that, but if that happens, I'm finally convinced. I guess Leo posed the question to us last night, or Jay did, um, how we felt about this season. I honestly think that we are worse this year with the experience that we have in the coaching ranks than we were last year with an inexperienced first-time head coach.
Hmm.
I would have trusted last year's team more than this one.
Yeah,
This is abysmal what we're going through. You know, do we still have a chance to win a game this season? Yeah, we always have a chance. Any team can beat any team. I mean, look at last week. Miami beat Buffalo. Who would have thought that? You know, so it's like we still have that chance. But am I confident that we're going to win a bunch of games the rest of the season? No, still not going to pick against us. I'm still going to always pick us to win.
yeah.
What do you think on that? I mean, what's your overall? I mean, you look at this schedule. How many wins do you think we possibly could pull out of this now?
Um, Definitely Cleveland. I think we have a possibility to win. If you look down, like if Jackson Dart, they shut him down for the rest of the year, and they kind of limp their way to the end, to the finish line. I think that could be possible again against the Giants. But besides that, it's going to be tough to really kind of pull out another win. Maybe if Houston is still without CJ Stroud, but they still look decent against Jacksonville last weekend. So I don't know. Realistically, I see one definitely, but maybe possibly two. And the fact that we regressed so much and we didn't think that it could get any worse than 4 wins last season, and we're here again, maybe getting 3, maybe getting 4, that is insane.
Leo, we've been cursed since Al traded Gruden away. You're not wrong. I mean, how many successful seasons did we have after that? One, two. We had two, I think, in that time frame. The rest have all been losing fucking seasons. It's just been loss after loss after
Well,
loss.
technically 3 because the year after they went to the Super Bowl, and then
Yeah.
2016 and 21.
See, Sam, I think even if we were to lose outright, I don't think this coaching staff's going anywhere. I don't think
I don't think
unless
it is either. Unless he
people get fired.
resigns or yeah.
Yeah, that's just it. I'm still under the belief that at the end of the season, if it ends where we finish with only 2 wins, they have a little secret squirrel meeting and they offer him, say, hey, out of all due respect to you and what you've accomplished in the NFL and college and, how everybody thinks of you,
Hmm.
we do want to go a different direction, but we don't want to come out and fire you. We want you to save face. We want to save face and not come out and be that team that, fuck, they just fired another coach.
Yeah.
We're giving you the opportunity for you to retire and move on gracefully.
Yep.
And we'll just put it down as that you're retired. we'll settle with you on the outside for the rest of your contract, and we'll go in a different direction,
Mhm.
rather than fire the guy. I think that would be something that might possibly happen. They're not going to come out and fire him. That's just not going to happen because it's just another shit show for us, and then we're totally back to square one again, if we do that shit. Because if he goes, then the whole staff's going to be gone,
Yeah.
you know. I don't see him getting fired. I'm cooking. Yeah, okay. If we win a couple, if we win a couple more games, Pete and his son and Chip are coming back, and we will suck again next year. Yeah, I mean, they may actually force him to seriously consider dumping Chip. Maybe, who knows?
Mhm. I
There's a lot
mean,
of stuff.
I would love Ryan Dable. I would love that.
I still wish the Robert Sala thing would have worked out. I would have been all
Yeah,
for
that
that
would
in
have
a
been awesome.
heartbeat. Especially if it was written into his contract that he's the heir apparent to Pete when Pete finally steps down.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, according to the coaches, it's a practice season. That's for damn sure. Well, next year we better be winning. That's all I got to say. We're taking a whole year of practice instead of just 3 preseason games. Who's got a dog that's barking in the background? It's not me. I don't know. My dogs are quiet.
Yeah, my dogs swear they never seen another human in fucking their lives.
What's up, Frank? Yeah, 2010, 2011, we were freaking exciting years. No playoffs, but worth watching. I hate Pete more than.
I don't know about that. I
Yeah,
don't know about
I still
that.
rather have Pete than him. At least the players like Pete. They hated McDaniels. I mean,
McDaniels deconstructed a playoff team that was on the
yeah,
brink
ripped it apart.
of winning a playoff game. Like,
I mean, to the point where players didn't even want to show up and practice and play for him.
no.
Players still want to show up and be around Pete and the coaches and everybody else. We all call him deserve. Yeah. I think PG should be the head coach next year. No, I don't think I want Patrick Graham being the head coach. I'm I'm not up. I think his time has run his course here with this team after this season. I don't believe they like Pete.
Just because Leo doesn't like Pete doesn't mean the players don't like Pete.
Is
Because
that from
Leo
your
doesn't
source?
like Pete.
Is Leo? Is that your inside source that told
His
you that?
his sources trust me, bro.
Joe Bugle and Jeff George was. Oh yeah, that was pretty. That's still the worst season. Was
Yes,
last
1,000%.
season was bad. Art Shell's final year with us was horrible. I mean, a lot of you probably weren't even around or even remember that one. That was god awful. This season is right up there. Last season and this season, last season was even better than this year. So this year and Art Shell's, I thought last year's was bad. This is worse. Art Shell's last year and this year are like they both suck. They're horrible. Trust bro, my homie. He has things by the water cooler.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
um, how you feeling about special teams in this game? See, I don't know how Dallas's special teams are,
Yeah, I don't know either.
so I don't know how their coverage teams are. I don't know how their kickers. I don't know how their punter is, but I know their kick is decent, I guess. But it's in a dome, so there's no wind, and there's none of that shit. I mean, what do you think about the special team matchup in this?
Honestly, I'm not really sure. I think it's gonna be pretty basic, like kind of same old thing. The best thing for our special teams would be for it to not have any effect on our game in general. Like, because that means you have perfectly fine special teams that is, game quality. Like, obviously, I would hope for like a return or, something good like that. But if they have like absolute zero effect on our game, like, it's all touchbacks or like the field position isn't terrible on punt returns or we don't have a blocked punt or something crazy like that, that would be perfectly fine. And I think that would mean that our special teams is trending in the correct uh in the correct way, because our special teams has had too much effect on our games, especially in the kicking game. So again, if they have no effect on our game, I think that'll be perfect.
Yeah. I just don't want it to come down to, crossing our fingers and hoping that, Carlson comes out and kicks the winner at the end of the game, because I have no faith. I have zero faith in that guy now.
Yeah.
AJ Cole, I've got all the faith in the world in him. I hope he continues to do as well as he's doing. Carlson, I have zero faith in him. I mean, he couldn't even hit a PAT, and that's talk about a chip shot, and
Yeah.
then I'm done with him. I've had it, and I've been in his corner for a long time, but I think his time is due. So Rorschach is blaming all this on Bueno's refrigerator.
Refrigerator.
Yeah, you're right too, Bueno. Him and Tom
Yes.
Brady both have the most punchable
No,
face. Like Brady,
McDaniel's for sure though.
I want to hit Tom Brady so hard in the chin it takes that little dimple out of the middle of his chin. Trust in rents. Fuck Pete. Pete Biden, get him the F out of there. I don't even know who their return guy is, to be honest with you. I have no clue on Dallas.
Yeah, I have
I,
no clue either.
I don't watch them enough to even be able to tell you anything about them. I'll tell you what does scare me again, and we brought it up yesterday, the inability for us to cover tight ends, and they got a hell of a guy in Ferguson. And Dak loves throwing to him. So I mean, they match up way over our secondary. I mean, think about it. You got CeeDee Lamb out there. You're gonna have Pickens. You're gonna have Ferguson. How much faith you even have in our secondary with these guys?
I
Lonnie
mean,
Johnson's going to be out
yeah.
there supposedly, so hopefully that helps a little bit. But
Like I said, that is my biggest weakness for the Raiders right now in this game. I'm a very, I don't want to say afraid, but nervous for this secondary versus the wide receivers matchup defensively for the Raiders. So uh, yeah, it's gonna be. I really hope that CeeDee Lamb doesn't have his get back game, because he still was kind of coming off injury and like not being great. But this is definitely a game, if he wants to turn it around, this would probably be the game to do it.
Yeah. And again, Ferguson's good. I mean, and I know firsthand because I've got him on a couple of my fantasy leagues, and he's been doing great for me this season. And I got Lamb on one, and I got Pickens on another one.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, Dak can still throw the ball pretty damn well.
Dak is good too.
So, I mean, and their offensive line's pretty fucking good too. So that's one thing they're decent with. I don't know. I just think this is a mismatch all the way around for us, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
This has a potential to be a blowout, unfortunately. I hate to say it, but I think that is definitely a possibility with this. Oh, Tom Brady's in. It's got a problem with my dimples. Yeah, I do. You're an asshole. What's up, later? My prediction for the game: I'll be too drunk before halftime, and I won't see us lose. That could be Nate too.
Very
I mean, I was
possible.
going to ask Nate. There's a whole bunch of things I was going to say, but I'm like, he might not even remember half of this shit if the game goes south fast. He's going to be like, fuck this. Just that fucking pounded him after that. Let's see. What Hmm. What how do you think Genty's gonna do in this game? What's your thoughts on that one?
I mean, I feel like the success for the offense depends on if Genty does well or not, but I don't think he's going to do well because our offensive line is hurt and has no cohesion and has no experience. On top of, again, having Kenny Clark and Quinton Williams to go against, So it's going to be a tall task. And knowing how the Raiders have operated in the run game, they're going to run straight at Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark. So I don't think he's going to do well. If we can get him to the outside, try to make people miss where he has been successful this year, I think we have a chance to do well in the run game. But again, like we've seen it all season, we just run up right the middle and it makes no sense. So I don't know why we wouldn't continue to do that because that's what we've been doing. So
What's up, Neil?
what up,
Arnie's
man?
in the house. What's up, Arnie?
What up, Arnie?
Who do you think's our X factor in this then?
It's definitely Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely Brock Bowers. I think if we have any sort of success offensively, it's going to go through him. He needs to get more targets too. He had not nearly enough targets last Thursday. And obviously, like you can say they shut him down or whatever. Force him the ball. I honestly don't care at this point. Force Brock Bowers the ball because he is your best offensive weapon. You're going to take the 50-50 shot against him and a corner or him and a linebacker. I have that much faith in Brock Bowers that I might just throw him the 50-50 ball every single time because he's that talented. But again, he obviously we can't run an offense that way, but he definitely did not have enough targets as much as we would like last Thursday.
Oh God, we can't have I just can't get over that game still, like mentally. Like I just keep replaying that game in my head to say how bad. I mean, we sat here, you and I, last Thursday night watching that game, and we were just like I mean, we started off good. You know, and that's what we need to do here too. Is we held Denver to 2 3-and-outs back to back. We get that touchdown, and then that's it. We never got nothing better after that touchdown, and then JPJ gets hurt, and it just all went downhill.
Yep.
So now we're in that bad hangover phase now coming into this week because we've got the injuries from last week that have piled up into this game. Reshifted, rejumbled, mixed up offensive line against, a guy that was just traded from the Jets to them. That's going to automatically, just increase their potential on defense with the next, with a new tackle in there now, along with the guys they already had. Granted, there's no Mike. Could you imagine if they had that and they still had Micah Parsons?
Yeah.
This would not this would not be good.
No.
Not with this mash unit of an offensive line. We'd be screwed. We really would be. It just would not be a good game. Thank God they traded his ass away in time. Maybe it's too late. Trade deadline. So I want to say maybe Cleveland could trade away my Scarab before we play them next weekend. Forget that. Arnie's got a question.
Let's see.
Which QB in college football would you draft?
Go ahead. You can go first.
None. I'm going to say none because I don't think that's where we need to put our attention. I'm not saying to not draft one. You should always draft one at some point, but I don't feel as though grabbing one in the first round is going to be worth. It's not going to help us. Let's put it that way.
I agree. I don't think. Honestly, it really depends on who announces they come out officially. Like, technically, like Ty Simpson can come out. Technically, Julian Sand can come out. Technically, Lenore Sellers can come out. Like, there's a bunch of people that can possibly come out, but I don't think will. And I don't really love the top quarterbacks like Dante Moore and Fernando Mendoza, and I mean whoever you want to put there.
What year is Mendoza right now?
He's a senior. I think he might even be a redshirt senior. So he's played 5 years because he transferred from Cal, and this is his first year at Indiana. So I think he's a graduate senior.
Oh, so he's going to be coming out as old as AOC was.
Yeah, he's going to be an older. Well, not as old as AOC because he had the COVID.
He's already getting his AARP card.
But yeah, he's going to be on the older side for sure.
Left No,
Yeah.
go ahead. No, go
But
ahead.
Mendoza is a redshirt sophomore. Okay, there you go.
Rush,
Go ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Rush, I said
My
to
bad.
Jeff and Nate, because to find the strength to come on the live stream and do rated content, even though we suck, thank you for giving us a platform to talk shit. Thanks again. Well, you're welcome.
Of course, bro.
This is what we're here for. I ain't fucking here for the money. That's for goddamn sure. Although, I got to keep my millions secure. So, right, Nate?
Yeah, exactly. Hollywood Raider Jeff.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I need to switch my show over. Hang on a moment. If you're on my channel, move over to Nate's because mine's going membership only. So we can populate his channel. Boom. If you're a member or a moderator, it won't kick you or shut the show down on you. But if you're not, go over to LV Rated 10. There it is. Changed. I forgot all about that. Should have said something. I just thought of it. My bad. Usually I do that after like 15, 20 minutes. We're already 45 minutes in. But I moved it over. What's up, Anthony? Mr. Predator in the house. Arnie's got another question. How important is Miller and JPJ to our offensive line? Huge.
Huge.
Yeah, I can't even say it enough. I guess the one thing that really proves it for me with JPJ is the rushing yardage stat line while he was in the game versus when he was out of the game. It was 40-something positive yards. When he was out of the game, it was negative, 5 or 6, I think it was the total number of rushing yards after he was out of the game with the injury. So that's big. That's huge. That's a fucking big thing. And to lose your mainstay left tackle, that hurts any team because obviously your backup's not as good as your starter because he's a backup for a fucking reason. But I will give Forsyth credit. He has done a pretty decent job the last couple of weeks. I haven't really seen a lot of negatives.
I think better than what we think he was going to be.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was just going to be complete ass out there because that's how the word was when we got him from Seattle was that this guy's a bum too.
Yes.
But he's not as much of a bum, So, yeah, not having them two, I would feel a lot better going into this game this weekend with both of them in the starting lineup over, Forsyth and a rookie or Kappa. I wish we had them this week because I think our chances would be a hell of a lot better. I think Genty would be running the ball a hell of a lot better with both of them in there.
Yes, 1,000%.
We could have had Vrabel and Donald right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely wanted Vrabel. That was my first choice. But
we weren't going to get Vrabel.
Yeah. Vrabel was my first choice, though. For sure.
That's who I wanted. I really did. The last game of the season, I was at the watch party for the booster club I was still a member of. And the Patriots game had already ended. Our game hadn't started yet. And one of the members came over to me and he's like, they just fired Jared Mayo. I'm like, what? I said, well, there goes the Vrabel thing. I said, because if the Patriots aren't hiring him, I don't know who the hell they're going to hire. And sure enough, that was the first guy they were going to go after. You knew that was coming. So that took him right off the board for us. Because my thought process was bring him in, get Robert Solomon here as our DC, Vrabel as your head coach, and I thought Dable was going to get fired at the end of last season. I'm shocked he didn't.
I thought so too.
And I would have loved to have him come in as our OC. I think that would have been a great triple combo right there with those three.
That would have been awesome.
I think both of those coordinators would have come here if it was Vrabel. And the reason I like Daboll so much is he's the main reason why Josh Allen turned his shit around in Buffalo. Because at first they didn't think he was going to be who he's turned out to be, but Daboll had a huge hand in that. And Daboll was the tight ends coach in New England when the Patriots had Gronkowski and Hernandez both playing at the same time. And we know how lethal those two were. And then I look at our situation with Brock Bowers and Big Mike. It's like he could almost do that same thing. I think Brock is better than both of them, talent-wise and just ability. Now you add him and Michael Mayer together. Michael Myers. I mean, Michael Myers. I think you could have pretty close to that combo again with those two. That's what I was thinking, but
Yeah,
didn't come to fruition. Would have been nice.
that would have been awesome. Yeah, I completely agree.
That's the only one who makes sense. Everyone else is quarterback. I don't want quarterback. I want the Los Angeles Legends coach as our new head coach.
I'm dead.
Yeah, you missed Tom Brady. He was here. What's up, Dante? Mendoza. Yeah, that's right. He already answered that.
Uh,
Julian Sane is not eligible this year.
yeah.
Was Mendoza good before this year? I have no idea. Well, how was he before
I mean,
that?
he was pretty good at Cal, I believe, but I mean, I didn't really watch a lot of Cal football, to be fair, so I have no clue. From what I recall, I think he was pretty decent, though.
So there is no franchise QB to draft. So do we trade for one? I don't feel that there's a franchise quarterback in this draft that suits us.
I don't think so.
Besides, I honestly don't think we're ready for it right now. Anybody we draft with the intent that they're going to take over right away comes next season, they're going to get killed back there, and you just kill a rookie's confidence. You know, not with this offensive line. Let's see. No, we draft best available. We have a lot of holes. We got.
Yeah, I agree that this draft have to be a supplemental to our team as a total, rather than go for the big splash guys again.
Arnie says, "Does Justin Fields throwing the ball remind you of Geno Smith?" Yeah, but I think he's a little bit more athletic. He's way more athletic than Geno. I mean, does that mean I want him? Oh, hell no.
No.
No. He's on his third team for a fucking reason. I mean, the fact that he couldn't make it in Chicago, I thought he was going to be a legit fit for them. We need to draft our QB of the future. No QB, no hope. You want to run it back with Geno for another 2 years. Geno's going to be the start of the rest of this year. We're probably going into next year, unless by some miracle we find something. And we all know that we don't have the best track record on finding late quarterbacks. We can't even trade for quarterbacks. Let's put it that way. We can't even get free agent quarterbacks come in the last 20 years to do anything. The best we've had
free agents in
general. Yeah, exactly. Not even quarterbacks. And then when we let our guys go, look what happens to them. They blow up. You know, Chason's having another good game tonight too so far. Let's see, Arnie, we need Titans and Jets winning to get the number one pick. Who would you draft best player available, offensive line or best defensive player? I don't know, man. I hear a lot of people talking about that kid from Miami.
Yeah, he's probably the best overall.
But that's only going to be if we get the number one pick.
Yeah.
Although, who knows what Cleveland's going to do, because they're going to be right in the mix. The Jets are going to be right in that mix too. You know, the Jets are in quarterback purgatory still too. They're just as bad as us, and so's Cleveland, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they can't catch a break with a quarterback. I mean, they screwed themselves with the Deshaun Watson deal. That was just a dumb move on their part. All those draft picks and everything that they gave up. If you got first over, yeah, there it is. The defensive end from Miami.
Ruben Bain. McBride has had a crazy year.
Yeah.
He's had a really good year.
Serious question on it says, can we beat the Browns and the Jets? Well, we don't play the Jets, but could we beat them? I think we could, especially now.
Yeah.
Well, they trade away two of their top players. And what's his name? Garrett Wilson. He's hurt. But the Browns, I think that's the only other team we got a chance of legit beating right now. Arnie, we're gonna have to at this point keep Geno for next year. Do you disagree?
I mean, it's gonna probably be our only option. I I mean, hypothetically, we can cut him, or we would be on the hook for, I think it was 18 if we cut him. And then if we trade him, which I don't think was going to be possible, then we wouldn't have any money on our books. But again, I don't think a trade is possible at this point, especially after the season that he's had. So terrible.
See, now that right there, if that would have happened,
I don't think that's
if it is
possible.
but if it does become a possibility, then guess what? Then I'm doing everything and anything I possibly can to get that guy.
But then we're in the same position. With obviously we'd be in have a better quarterback, of course, but like we have but we'd have no offensive line. Still,
well, if we can fix it in the off season, and if we can pull him in the off season, where they're they let him go, they trade him, whatever, I'd be all for that. What do you say? Mendoza was one of the best QBs last year, and he was one of the best freshmen for sure. A lot of receivers transferred out of Cal as well. He made our freshman of the week many times. How about giving a second rounder to the Niners for Mac Jones? Bring in Dable as OC, get some O-line.
Second round is high for Mac Jones, honestly.
I think so. Glassboro, I'm good. Yeah, but that's mainly because he didn't have we don't have an offensive line. Never mind. Ignore me. We can't even get the Cracker Jack prize because we always get shafted. Yeah, you're right, too. What's your grade on Spy Tech draft and free agency? I mean, we did talk about this last night, too. If I had to give a grade to the draft class for this year, I'm giving it an F. Because the only player that's even amounted to anything is Ben Genti. I mean, all right, maybe I'll give it a C-. What do you?
It's been I mean,
free agency. He's got a big fucking F for free agency.
It's incomplete as far as the draft because we haven't really seen anybody play besides Genti. Well, I guess that's a lie too, because we have seen a good majority of them play. But we haven't had a team to really show what they can do, to be honest. So I think incomplete for draft. I think he did okay in free agency as far as like the linebackers and what we were going for, like bargain bin hunting. He did okay. So I don't know. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. We're a bad team, so it can't really be any higher than a freaking C-. Like, honestly.
He said Ruben Bain had nosedive. He's been injured and has been struggling. David Bailey from Texas Tech is probably better at this point. And then 805 says something here. He says he got some concerns with Ruben Bain at the edge in the NFL. Got to see more film on him, but got some concerns from what I've seen so far. Just look at the Cincinnati take Burrow to the airport, then pick him up from the Las Vegas airport, drive him to the. Yes, I would. If I had the money, I'd even pay for his airline ticket. Fuck. I would do anything to get a quarterback of his caliber on this roster because that would by far be the best quarterback we've had on this
as long
team.
as it comes with some kind of offensive line. I think everyone would be happy with that.
Well, we'll have to implement the old school football rules. You know, we only have one guy rushing. He's going to count to like 5 Mississippi before he can rush. So the defensive line got to stand there, go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3. Give him at least 4 seconds, 5 seconds back there to let the play develop so he can't get hurt.
Can we let our quarterback wear a red jersey?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I mean in the game. So
during the games,
red jersey X, you can't touch him. Don't touch the guy. Yeah, true. 49ers make a lot of quarterbacks look better. Well, look at Jimmy G. Yeah, exactly. That was the defense that did it for him. That wasn't a great offense, that's for sure. Yeah, no more 49ers. We don't know about the draft class because Pete won't play the rookies. He's not wrong there either. C was his grade from the jump. Oh, I'm being. I mean, he's pumping the questions out. What was Spytech and Cal thinking? Kappa was the missing link to be competitive.
Th-
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, that's what I really don't understand.
It just that when I saw that when that happened, I was like, what the fuck? Because then you saw the news about statistically he was like the worst god in the league last year, and
Hmm.
no wonder Burrow got hurt like he did last year too. It's like, what? Why would we bring him in? And for the amount of money we gave him too. That's the other thing that drives me nuts. Let's see. My opinion don't matter. The QB with my opinion don't matter. The QB without fixing this shit. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
He wants to
Because
know
any
if we can
quarterback
draft a Viagra machine too. He said that in an earlier message.
for Pete.
He's not a true edge from grinding all of his grinding all his films so far. So we've already gone over as far as I mean, I guess the main thing we got to look for is the protection for the quarterback for Geno for Monday night.
Hmm.
Um, and then we got to hope that running the ball is enough to keep
All
the
right, SoCal.
Cowboys honest. You know, how big of a game or how big of a factor do you think Max is going to be in all this? I mean,
I hope a big factor because we're going to need him to perform if we
SoCal.
want to be successful on the defensive side of the ball. He definitely needs to have a Chicago Bears type game that he had. Or at least I would
Fair
like
enough.
to see that. Of course, I don't think he needs to, but I would love to see that kind of game from him. Um, but I think if we could stop the run and make them try to pass, which obviously, like I said before, I think that's kind of their biggest edge in this game, is their receivers against our DBs. But if we can stop the run and kind of really just key in on those two guys, or I guess
Mhm.
three with Ferguson, on all those guys, I think we could have a better chance. But again, it's going to be a tough uphill battle for the Raiders in this game.
So if you had to pick an X factor on defense, are you going with Max or are you going to go with someone different?
I probably would have to go with Max. He's our best player on the team, and he has to show up on a big game. Obviously we're not in a win, a win. What is it called? Damn, I can't think today.
A
Um,
win now situation?
Not like a win now, but a must win situation. I should say must win. We're not
Yeah,
in a
I get
must
that.
win situation, so obviously, like this is just kind of for pride at this point, and that's really what we've been asking to see is some kind of fight, like in this team, some kind of care for this season, and we haven't really seen it. So hopefully, we can see that sometime this year.
Well, here's a question for you. I know we touched on it a little bit last night because none of us really knew it until I pulled it up last night. Because when I saw it, it kind of shocked me. I was kind of surprised. How much of an impact do you think Snowden's going to have starting on the right defensive end instead of Kuntz? I don't know if anybody in the chat that didn't see our show last night, if they're here, it looks like the depth chart now has Snowden as the starting right defensive end and not Kuntz. So Kuntz is
Mm-hmm.
the number 2 going into this game Monday night. How much of a factor do you think he's going to be at that spot? Did he just score a third touchdown?
Yeah.
He did. Jesus Christ. And hey, I'm not to get off subject, but the Patriots game, and that's two, not just one, but 2 offensive rookies on the offensive line starting left tackle and left guard, which we could have had.
We could have had Will Campbell.
Yeah, we could have.
No, we could not have.
No,
You got picked
they got
before.
picked before us.
Yeah.
And we could have had Henderson. We could have had the other offensive lineman, the other rookie they have. We could have had Judkins. But no, let's take a running back that we're not ready for. I digress. Go ahead.
What was the question?
About Snowden playing instead of
Oh, well, I mean,
Kuntz.
Malcolm Coons hasn't done jack shit this year.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, Snowden has done okay in spots. Like, he's been around the ball at the very least. Malcolm Coons has been invisible, absolutely invisible. So, mixing it up and giving Snowden some more burn, I don't think is a bad idea. But yeah, I mean, that's really it, because Coons has not done anything at all.
No.
That has been an
No.
absolute miss in free agency.
Yeah, and then you watch somebody like Chason who's playing tonight, who's having a great, he's having a great year so far. I mean, he's doing what he needs to do. Yeah, fucking Henderson, man, this kid is on fire tonight. Arnie's got another question. Do you feel like SpyTech treated this season like a rebuild? Bargain free agents, other than Genty, low floor draft picks, plus Gino. I don't think it was bargain free agents because we spent a lot of money for a fucking backup right guard
Yeah,
in Kappa. He didn't come cheap. I don't know what we got for Forsyth. Was that a trade, or did we just pick
we
him up?
trade. Oh, I don't know. Actually, I don't remember.
I think that was a pickup. I don't know what we gave him for a contract, but he definitely didn't do bargain free agents. That's for sure. If you want to say, yeah, maybe in the linebacker spots, we might have, which I don't have a problem with the linebackers that we picked up because I think the linebacker core is playing pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
Would I've liked to still seen Spillane being here? Yeah. I was, like Leo said, I was fine with Diablo being gone. Spillane was the one and Chason were the two. Those are the two guys I didn't want us to lose, and we lost both
Yeah.
of them. And they'll both go to New England.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks for me because that's all I hear from around here is, oh, why did you guys give those? You didn't keep them, and look what they're doing for us. Oh, fuck you. It's like there's so many times I just wish I lived out in the middle of like Montana where there's no pro team around me, that we can trade plays to or let them go to and have to listen to it from the locals. Rorschach, look, I've been decompressing since week 2, so I've been in the movie theater, saw Predator Badlands last week. This week, Now You See Me 3, and the following week, Sisu 2. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? What the fuck movie is that?
Is that Kung Fu? I want to say that's a Kung Fu movie.
Sounds like it's anime or something. What the fuck?
Okay, no, it's not. I have never seen this before. What am I thinking of? I think I'm thinking of a game. I don't know what that is.
I've never heard of it. And Sam's right too. Yeah, but they do have their young QB. The Patriots built their team right with this offseason. They had their quarterback. They knew their weakness was running back and offensive line. They addressed both in the draft. And look at them. They're in first place in the AFC East. One of I think they're the top team in the AFC right now, right? No, Colts are ahead. Colts are number 1.
Yeah.
But they're number 2. They're right there, That's how you put a team together. Not like we did. I don't know.
Well, they had to suck. That's the thing. They got the 3rd overall pick.
They brought in pieces of the puzzle on the defense, and the defense has been playing pretty damn good.
A lot of money.
They had a lot of money. That's the thing. They had the biggest salary cap. They had the most money in the cap. That's why they were pretty much going to get anybody they wanted. We knew this. They were number 1. We were number 2. Prediction: our offense shows up, scores 30, but our defense will allow 37. Yeah, and you're not wrong there either. Plus cash money. Carlson misses field goals again. Yeah, I have no faith in Carlson. If it comes down to it, he's going to go out there and kick the winner. We're probably going to lose it. I don't trust him. I really don't. Let's see. How the hell did we beat that? We got lucky. They weren't gelling yet. That's for sure.
They're still too early in the year.
Yeah.
Who's the other loss that they have?
You know what? Good question. I forget who it is now. Let's see. I'm gonna look it up because now I'm fucking curious. Pittsburgh. 2 weeks after us.
So it's still pretty early in the season.
Yeah. Yeah, because they were. That's right. They were 1-2. No, actually 2-2 after the first 4 weeks. Yeah, and the fact that they beat Buffalo in Buffalo is huge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've beaten everybody in their division. This is their first game against the Jets, though. So they beat Buffalo, they beat Miami. They're going to win this one. So yeah, they're going to win their division. I can't see them. I can't see them losing either.
Yeah.
Who they got after this? They got Cincinnati next week in Cincinnati. Then they got the Giants coming to them. Then the Bills are coming to them on the 14th. So the same day I'm going to be in Philly, the Bills are going to be in New England. Then they go to Baltimore. Then they go to the Jets and they finish up at home against Miami. Ooh, Miami's going to come up here in the fucking cold on January 4th. That sucks. Let's see. Jeff, my family has 33 acres, 33-acre farm in Iowa. We can go live there. Yeah, I'm fine.
There you go.
Sounds good to me. No neighbors, no nothing. I want to be able to look outside and see nothing but fields or trees. I don't care. Nobody lives on the land. There's a lake, running water. We could even build a football field. Yeah, there we go. We'll build a whole. Compound.
Start a franchise.
Sisu was a German John Wick in a sense. What? I'm not even listening to the announcers. I don't even know who does the games on Thursday nights. Who is it?
Kirk Herbstreit and
Oh yeah, Kirk's cool. I like Kirk. I don't mind him.
Al Michaels.
No, that's right, Al Michaels. Anyway, another question. What is our worst case scenario record for the next 8 weeks? And our best case? Worst case, 0-8.
0-8. Yeah, 0-8.
Seriously.
Best case, 1-7.
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously. Pats have 3 more years of not paying a bunch of QB money. True. If we only win one more game this year, please let it be the Cowgirls. Yeah. For Nate's sake.
I
Nate's
agree.
gonna be there.
I mean, I'm 1-0 in games attended this year, so.
Yeah, you'll be 2-0. Hey, imagine if we go to Philly and we win there. It's like, and we win in Dallas. So between the two of us, we got 3 wins.
That would be hilarious, honestly.
Yeah, but you're going to be in the LA game though too, so that could backfire on.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because right now we're totally defeated in
So
that state. We haven't won yet. Yeah. Predator Raiders saying 16-10 Raiders. I mean, that game could be a low-scoring game. It's very possible.
Yeah.
But I highly doubt it.
I don't think it will be.
Because their offense can be explosive. You know. I mean, trust me. I mean, with Genti, at any moment, he could break one. Who knows? You know. So, what do you... Let's go with this then. You're going to be there. You're going to be surrounded by Raider Nation and probably more Cowboys fans than anything. But
yeah,
what's your prediction for this?
Last night, like I said, I didn't think that it was going to be close. Now, I think it's going to be closer, but I'm going to have to stick with what I said last night, and I think that was 28-7. I think it was. So they don't cover the spread, which I don't know why it's so damn high already, which doesn't make any sense. But I do think the Cowboys end up winning, honestly.
Big Luck saying 28-24. Chat, go ahead and put it in the chat what you guys think the prediction for the score is going to be and who wins. I'm still sticking with my 30-21 us.
You and Jason.
So Jason's going 30-21 Raiders. So we got to hit 30. I'm not going to be happy till we score 30 fucking points this year. And that's what I want. And
I don't think that's gonna happen.
by golly, we're gonna do it. Oh Jesus, Hits Boy. What's up, Hits Boy?
42-3.
Cowboys. Well, that
They
means
still don't cover
Carlson.
the spread.
Yeah, but that means Carlson hits a field goal. What do you mean they don't cover the spread? It's 3.5. Cowboys favored.
I mean the points over under.
Oh yeah, over under now. Oh, they do for Rorschach. 56-13 Cowboys. Wow. Sam the man. 31 Cowgirls. Raiders 7. Damn.
Yeah, 50 plus points is wild. Parking lot. Raiders 100, Cowgirls 6. Yeah, I agree.
Hey, not lying. That's for damn sure. Yeah, I'm still 30-21. I hope we win this one. I don't want to see us lose any more games, man. I am so tired of losing. It's been too goddamn long. Oh, Rorschach. We scored 2 touchdowns. Misses an extra point.
I'm dead.
It's definitely a possibility. 100%. So, what are the games you going to this year? Is that just that and the LA
The
game?
Chargers, yeah. That's it. We were thinking about going to the Giants game. I'm not sure. Depending on if Jackson Dart probably plays or not.
Oh, there you go. Arnie, prediction. Who gets fired next? Chip, Brennan, Carroll, or new special teams coach? I don't think the special teams coach should have been fired in the first place. He was definitely a scapegoat.
Yeah.
I don't think Brennan gets fired either. I really don't. He should be the one that goes, but he's not going to fire his son. He's not. That's not going to happen unless someone else high above says, "Listen, he needs to go." Then that's the only. Pete's not going to come right out and go, "Oh, he's the problem. We need to get rid of him." Someone may have to, whisper to him saying, "Hey, he needs to go." Jesus bueno. Oh,
CC321 Raiders.
I didn't read it right the first time. 63-21 Raiders. Fucking pipe dreams. No, the Jets scored. It's 21-14. Hey, they're hanging in here with them now.
A little bit. The score, it doesn't really, say how this game has gone. The Jets have scored points, which is wild, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
Can we switch Brendan to equipment manager?
Hey, what? Campbell's doing a pretty decent job against this kid, Will McDonald.
Yeah.
They were just showing the highlights of it. Why couldn't we have guys like him?
Because they get drafted before we have a chance.
Yeah, right. That's what happens when you win 2 out of those last 4, those 2 games at the end.
Yes. Literally.
Everybody was all pissed about. Who the fuck's this running now? That wasn't Henderson.
Isaiah Johnson.
Is that who that is?
Mm-hmm.
Number 34?
I believe that's his name, Isaiah. I think.
No, it's coming back. Carlson needs to go get massages where Justin Tucker went. No. Oh, yeah, Carlson will miss extra points, so it's Cowgirls 31-6. Until they quit. Yeah, let's get rid of him so bad. Can we bench Kappa and Parham for the rest of the year? Well, Parham's probably not playing. So with Parham definitely going to be out, JPJ out, we have no choice but to start Kappa because Putnam was awful. Awful. So that's why we got to start Caleb Rogers and Kappa at the guards. We got no choice. Why are we going to fight Deuce Gruden? What's he doing?
He hasn't done anything.
He's a strength and conditioning coach. Fight Deuce Gruden. Yeah, Nate's going to the game Monday, Sam.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be dope.
Oh,
That's
there's
gonna be
Arnie.
so good.
Just start AOC instead of Geno Smith. I won't argue that. I'm going to be
I'm good
honest
with
with
that.
you. I'd be totally okay with that. I've been in the kid's corner since he's been here. So
Anthony Jennings, Terrell Jennings. I think it's Jennings, not Johnson.
who?
The other running back you're talking about. I don't know. Anyway,
what do you got coming up this weekend? Anything?
no, nothing this weekend. I will be recording everything on Monday and probably throughout the weekend. So that vlog will probably come out Tuesday. Yeah, that'll definitely come out. No, sorry. Maybe Wednesday.
Jesus
Probably Wednesday.
Christ.
Probably
Oh,
Wednesday.
he's untouched. He got up and got another 15 yards out of that. I hate watching these guys play so good. It's just aggravating. Aggravating. I'm so glad I don't work anymore because, man, these are the days that I hated because I knew I had to get up the next morning and go to work and have to listen to all the Pats fans that I work with. Like, oh, did you watch the game last night? Yeah, I did. Oh, what'd you think? I don't give a fuck. That's what I think. They should have lost. God, I hated it when I worked when they were doing so good. He wants you to get him
A
a
game
game
day
day
pin.
I wouldn't go to a game if they paid me. Well, he got the tickets for free. He won them, so
Exactly.
yeah. I'm the fool. I'm paying money and I'm driving 4.5 hours to Philly in December. So, but I like I said, I'm not. It's not just the game. I don't even have tickets for the game yet. We're gonna wait till that weekend, I think.
Yeah.
It's not even the fact of going to the game and what we're seeing on the field. I I I had more fun. Granted, the game we won when everybody came out here to New England, but I had more fun just hanging with everyone, meeting everybody
Hmm.
for the first time. Nate came out with his girl. How's she doing, by the way?
Good.
The two of them came out here for the game. We were always pretty much together most of the weekend that they were out here. So they hung with us, we hung with them, and got to meet so many different people, made all kinds of different connections, and you know, Anthony Predator, he came out with his wife, and we had a blast, man. It was just so much fun, and that's kind of, same thing that's going to happen in Philly. There's a bunch coming out here, Philly, that I've met already, and I'm going to get to hang with again. That's what I'm looking forward to, and looking forward to next year. Oh, I'm definitely looking forward to next year because the Raiders come back here to New England again next year. They're going to the Jets. So that's 2 games I'm going to be involved with. And I've got plans on going to the draft in April. It's in Pittsburgh. I'm definitely going to the draft because the way I've figured we're going to do is Thursday night's round 1, then Fridays 2 and 3. We'll be there for both nights, and then Saturday, I'm not going to be at the draft on Saturday. We're going to go. We're only 2 hours away. We're going to go to the Hall of Fame. Why wouldn't I? We're going to be right there. Then we'll go back to Pittsburgh for Saturday night, stay overnight, and then Sunday morning we'll head home.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why would you not go to the Hall of Fame when you're that fucking close to it? We'll get up early Saturday morning, drive the 2 hours there, spend the day at the Hall of Fame, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that
That's
would
gonna
be
be a
so dope.
blast. And the fact that we've got an early pick, so after our pick on the first round, we can get the fuck out of the way, and go do whatever the rest of the night. But I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be cold in Philly though.
Yes, 1,000% cold.
He said, Nate, make a blog of you getting me a
It's
game
not a
day pick.
blog, but yes.
It's vlog. Like blah. You are a fool, Jeff. Has nothing to do with you going to the game. It doesn't. Ani, but another question: Do we need to draft a QB every year? Doesn't matter the round until one sticks. You should always draft a quarterback. I seriously believe that. And not, or you're not. You should always draft a quarterback because it instills competition on the roster. You may find the gem. I mean, teams have found gems late in the draft. You
Yeah.
know, we screwed that up with Aiden O'Connell. I'm not Aiden O'Connell with Derek Carr. He never really had any legit stiff competition, so he never had to worry about his position. He knew he was going to be the starter every season. Nobody ever competed against him. He always beat everybody out. Who was here in the time that he was our quarterback that we drafted or brought in that even gave him any competition? What was the closest? Mariota?
That was
Right?
really it. That's really
That
it.
was it. You know? Oh, you're going to Anthony? Awesome. Hall of Fame is cool. You can do it in less than 2.5 hours. I'll be on radio at the draft. Can't wait. I can't wait to go out there for it. I've had so many opportunities to go in the past when it was in New York City every year, year after year, and I never fucking went. And I kicked myself for not going. Watch out for those Haitians in Ohio. I went to Hall of Fame when I went to a Raider game in Cleveland. Awesome. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. I never been, so that's why I'm excited for it.
It's dope. It's so.
You've been to it? Or
The Hall of Fame?
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go when you were out in Cincinnati?
Yeah.
That's right, you did. You did. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, for sure. I got to figure out how to get. I want to get down in the pit area. Is what I want to do. Like where each team's fan base sits. I want to
Oh,
figure
you
out
have
how
to
I
get
can get in.
invited there.
Well, I'm going to figure out how to do it. Plain and simple. Going to work my connections, baby. Do what I got to do. Boy, he's not forgetting. Literally, he just keeps posting game day pin. You should
Out
just,
there.
you know what? You should get one. Take a vlog of it, but you vlog yourself putting it on your hat and then walking away from the camera.
Yeah, for real, huh? I normally do get a game day pin when I go to the games though.
So you saw what I post. Did I post it in the Raider Connection
I
about
don't know.
next year's Navy Notre Dame? Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah.
didn't I? So it popped up today on my Instagram. That Navy and Notre Dame are playing each other like they do every year, but the game's here in Gillette in New England next year, and it's on Halloween,
That's pretty
and it's a
cool.
Saturday night or Saturday. I don't know the exact time, but I called up my buddy that's got season tickets to the Pats, and I asked him. I said, hey, I said, when it's non-Patriots games, I said, do you get notifications because you have season tickets? He goes, sometimes. He goes, I do get for some college games, they will send an email. I said, did you happen to get one? He goes, for the Navy Notre Dame, right? I said, yeah. I said, did you happen to get one for that? He goes, no. He goes, we didn't. He goes, but I did go online and look. He goes, there's still plenty of tickets left.
Mm.
He goes, and they're about $400, and that's like up in the 300 section, which is obviously the highest section inside Gillette.
Yeah.
I want to go to that game so bad. You know, Halloween doesn't matter to me. Both my kids are in their 30s.
Right.
You know, I got grandkids, but I can miss one Halloween for a chance to go and see that game. Oh my God, I wish I could. I hope I can still finagle something before then and get tickets to that game. I would go to that in a heartbeat. I
No,
would love
yeah,
to go to that
totally.
game. And then here's the other interesting thing. When we're going to be in Philly, that weekend is the annual Army Navy game.
Mm.
And that's going to be at Ravens M&T Stadium in
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
So I went on for the hell of it. I looked at the prices of the tickets for that. Yeah, I'm not going to that game. I would have
A
loved to have gone
ton.
to that game. It's on Saturday, the day before the Raiders game. And yeah, they're not cheap. The cheapest I thought I saw in there was like $500-$600. I'm like,
Ooh.
yeah, no.
Ooh.
Actually, I think it was even higher than that. I'm like, nah, I'm not I'm not spending that kind of money. But I would always love to. I watch that game every year. I absolutely love that game. I love the history of it. I love the traditions that they do at the end of the game and everything. And to be able to be there in person and watch that game,
Mm-hmm.
that would just be awesome.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
I can't swing that one. But that's a lot of driving that weekend too. It's 4.5 hours from here to Philly, and then it's another 4+ hours roughly to get to Baltimore from there to DC.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot of driving that weekend. That's 8
Yeah.
hours in one day. Just driving to and from Philly to Baltimore. But Jeff is famous. He'll get there.
You'll get there.
I'll get passes down there. I was at the Hall of Fame during the double induction weekend. It was awesome. Oh yeah, it was the 2-day thing. I'll take a slightly used game day pen. Rub it on your nuts. Here you go. Michigan
For
Jim
real.
was throwing $100 bills out of his car at the parade. I got a video of it. Really? What the fuck? Yeah, I'll be in Philly for the Raiders-Phillies game on December 14th. So, all right. I got nothing. Are you good?
Yeah, I mean, I'm chilling. Yeah, that's about it.
I think we've beat up just about anything we can think about this game.
Yeah.
Didn't even want to talk about last week's game. I've done enough of that
No,
game.
thank you. I think I'm good off that.
That game was so heartbreaking. It was so disgusting. But so what do you got anything you're doing this weekend or video wise, show wise?
Nope, not this weekend. Just the vlog that's gonna be happening next week. That should be out.
All right. Well, you have a wonderful time. I'm sure we'll be talking in the chat too, but you have an awesome time in Vegas. I'm still jealous. So you have a safe travel out there. Enjoy your Monday night. Make sure you get plenty of water in you.
Yes.
So tomorrow night, Friday Night Live, as usual, with Chris and myself. I'll send you the link like I always do. So you can pull up for that if you want to pop in tomorrow night. Saturday, we'll be on the last call podcast, myself, Jason, and Chris for Raiders. And then Monday night for the game, we're going to go live during the game Monday night. We're not going to do a Monday morning quarterback on Monday, obviously. We're going to do a special watch party. We may make it a pull-up. More than likely we will. I don't know if we're going to do the Monday morning quarterback after the game or just wait and do it on Monday. Because if we lose and it's a disgusting loss, I'm not going to want to stay on much longer after the game's over.
Yeah.
I'm just going to want to go curl up in the fetal position and just cry the rest of the night because I'm just tired of this. It's been too long. I mean, I've get gray hairs for a fucking reason, and it ain't because of my kids.
All right, man.
All right, everybody, have a wonderful evening. And again, Nate, you have a wonderful time, and I'll see you around. And everybody, as I always say, stay safe and go Raiders. And fuck the Pats.
As Charles Woodson would say, Raiders. Yeah.